quid. Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, my name's Dan and I've been building an extension on the back of my house. I think there's 17 videos I've made and you can go and watch them here. As you can see, the kitchen's not in yet, still the old kitchen, but the new Wren kitchen is getting delivered this week and getting fitted the week after. But that is not going to be in this video. I'm going to do a complete separate video of the kitchen, and when all the floor's done, that'll be the big reveal. In this video, we're going to go into the back garden and make a start on sorting this mess out. This is how we got into this mess in the first place. There must have been at least 30 tonne plus. We filled 2 large skips and a full grab wagon load. So this will be to dig out for the patio area and also in front of the extension. So first job, we're going to try and tackle this mess. I'm going to remove all this wooden cladding and start tidying up this mud, because I've got some posts I need to start putting in, one at that end and one at that end. These are the sleepers I'm going to be using as posts, and then I'm going to back it up with these 22mm thick fencing boards. So these are what I'm going to be using as the posts. These railway sleepers, and they're going to go in the ground like that. I'm going to have one there, and then 2 in the middle, which I'm going to clean that one off now and stand that up. And this is going to be another post, which is going about here. This is going to be another post. Oh, this is the one with the holes in. I won't use that as a post actually. I want the ones without the holes in. The reason that's got holes in, I had some LED lights in there when we lived over the road, and we had them across the bottom. Look really nice. But yeah, I won't be using that one as a post. I use them 2 and them 2 down there, what's underneath the camera. I'll show you now, look. And 2 of them what's down there. These up here. Them down there for now, out the way. It's going to rain later. So this is kind of what I'm going for. So I'm going to put these in about 2.5 foot deep each one, and we'll get some concrete round them, and then I need to back it up with those 22mm thick fencing boards. Start digging some holes. Now I'll tell you what, before we start digging some holes, I'll mark out exactly where they need to go, so I know that it's going to be square. And how we'll do that, we'll take the measurements from off the garage and come out over, so it's all nice and square. Right, we'll take measurements from this side first. So I'll just put the sleeper at the end there in line with the garage, and we'll see what we're on here. So say 150, yeah? that mud goes in a bit further than what it should there. So that one's a bit further towards the garage, so we'll go off that side and then bring it level from that side to this wall. 150 I said, didn't I? So if I do the centres, about 150 off the garage. So the holes don't have to be perfect at this stage, because there's going to be a couple of inches either side of the post which will give me a bit of play so I can move it about, get it in the right place before I set them in concrete. See how we're looking. 1.5 foot. Now that we've got the hole dug, I'm going to get some visqueen and wrap the bottoms of the posts in visqueen and staple gun that on, just so it's protected from the concrete and it doesn't rot when it's in the ground. So we've got that side dug out, so now we'll make a start on the other side and then we'll line them up, concrete them in, and then we can start with the middle ones with a string line on. They should all come together nicely then. So there'll be about a 4 or 5 inch gap along the back. So I'm going to try and get rid of all this down the back of here, but I'm going to back it up with some visqueen, and obviously I'll put some drainage in along the bottom boards to let any rainwater out. Hopefully it doesn't push it over. So I've seen these 34mm diameter push fit plumber end caps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end off so it's a hole right through, and I'm going to push these into the bottom of the fence boards to release any rainwater, and also it will look a lot tidier than just holes straight in the wood. Just coming back from having some dinner, and look what's happened. It's collapsing again, and it's also filled my hole back in, so I'm going to have to dig that back out again now. Don't. But we'll get these 2 posts put in today, and maybe this middle one put in, dug out as well, because it needs doing sooner the better, because it's just keeps falling down. We'll get this second hole finish off. Just put these braces on here and put a stake in here, and then we can level it then. So that's set perfect now, plumb as you like. 10mm further forward than that one, but what's 10mm? So I don't know what I was thinking here. Thought it'd be quicker doing it by hand. But if you haven't been watching my videos, I've actually got my own mixer and it's in the garage. But I thought it'd be quicker just to get the shovel and mix it, but I forgot how hard it was to mix by hand. So I only did this one mix by hand, and the rest of them I got the mixer out and I used the mixer. I don't know why I just didn't use the mixer in the first place. posts in. One over there, one over this side. All I've got to do now is put these middle two in. So I need another 2 bags of ballast. I've got enough cement. And tomorrow I'll get digging the middle out here and we'll get these 2 put in straight in the middle. I'll just leave them to go off now. And then we'll make a start on the middle 2. We'll line it up through with a string line so we know where they're going to go, and then we can start backing it up once the middle 2 have gone off next weekend. And I'm hoping no more of this mud hill collapses, because another bit collapsed there earlier. So I'm just going to have a tidy up now, clean my tools off, put my tools away, and we'll call it a day. So that will do for today, guys. My back's in bits and I've had enough, and I'm going to go and get a shower and have a couple of beers and have a takeaway. So we'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back, guys. It is Sunday today and we're going to get the other 2 posts put in the middle. So what time is it? 11:30, and I didn't start till about 11:30 yesterday, so we should have these in within a few hours, no problem. I started spitting, so I need to pull my finger out so it starts raining. We'll clean that out, take another couple of inches out, and then we'll have a look. We'll put the posts in and see what it's saying. There we go, it's all dug out now. Nice square edges around the bottom. The squarer the edges at the bottom, the less chance of the concrete rolling. It puts a nice square edge on it and it nips up nicer with the concrete. If you do a round edge, it's just like a ball and it just moves. If there's any weight on the post, it'll just move easier. So nice square edges and it stops it from moving. Well, that's the theory anyway. We'll get some posts put in and see how we're looking. So there we go, that's what we're kind of going for. I know they're not all the same length. I'm going to get myself a new handsaw and we're going to cut them all the way down about a foot above the grass. I'm going to do a nice planter across the back. So that is the plan, and then these 22mm thick boards I'm going to back up behind all the way down, put some visqueen down the back, put some holes, right, put 2 holes at each side, and put some little 2-inch pipe in the boards, just to let any rain out, any water. So these posts have gone off now, so we can take these off. So after thinking about it, putting these posts in at 1.5 foot, I maybe should have done them at least 2.5 foot. But after all the rainwater we get in the UK, I'm not 100% confident these are going to stay up straight, but there's only one way to find out. Just got these brackets. I'm going to screw them together so they're nipped up nice and tight. So it's all plumbed, got the visqueen around the bottom, and it's all fixed. So we'll get the mix in now, get the mixer going, and we'll get it concreted in. So there we have it, we've got all 4 posts in, all concreted in. We're just waiting for them to go off. and next weekend we'll get it backed up with the 22mm thick fencing boards. So all I'm going to do now is clean my tools off, have a tidy round, and that'll do for this week, and I'll see you next weekend.